may be making a decision that he doesn't want to go back into the administration, given what's going on with the administration. I have no inside information on that.
Fair.
Although I talked to Steve on Friday, and he said he had a lot of questions running through his mind about what he wanted to do next. He is going to be staying on the Fed until a successor to that seat is confirmed, which is likely going to be Kevin Warsh. But I don't think he knows what he's going to do after that. Now, if you've been chairman of the Council of Economic Advisors and a member of the Board of Governors of the Federal Reserve, you're not going to have trouble finding a job.
Yeah.
So I suspect that he will have options.
Okay.
What is his role at the Fed these days? I know he's pushing for lower rates. He's that lower dot, but he's on Bloomberg Television often. He's on other financial media often. His views seem pretty reasonable. I mean, how does the market view him?
The market views him. I mean, there are people who agree with his views, but he is kind of on the extreme end of the idea of how much you could cut rates, and he's based so much of his argument on the whole AI and productivity aspect of it that is not proven out. I mean, you can make a case for it, but you don't know when it's going to happen. You don't know how much it's going to happen. So he's not taken, I don't want to say he's not taken seriously in the sense that he is a certainly qualified economist and has a PhD and all that, but he's not seen as an influencer. I think his job has been a little bit more to go out in public on the administration's behalf and try to influence public thinking. But the markets are going to do their own weighing of the arguments.
Across the nation and worldwide this morning, Michael McKee with us, driving all of our economics coverage. He's got an easy Friday with no jobs report. Government shutdown. Wait, the government's re-shut down. Can they now do the jobs report?
No, they can't do the jobs report because it wasn't finished. We're today expecting them to announce when they will redo it. But I do have to, shameless plug here. Of course, we will be in Atlanta on Friday, talking with the outgoing Atlanta Fed President Raphael Bostic. So,
very good.
Very good. I looked, Mike, at this, and I hate the parlor game. What is the parlor game betting on Warsh right now? What's the summary of your analysis of the street bet?
Well, the street is betting that he will be confirmed and that he will come in and lean dovish, lean toward interest rate cuts, but also accept the idea that the economy may not call for it right now, and that the president's view of cutting rates to 1% is not going to happen. I think there's a lot of faith in Kevin's background and the things he said before about the dangers of inflation, that people aren't too worried that he's going to bring about inflation. They're going to be much more interested in what he tries to do with the balance sheet. But again, all of that's going to take time because nobody walks in the door, even somebody who's served at the Fed before, with credibility as chair. They have to build it with their colleagues and try to lead them in the direction they want them to go.
What is the timing on this nomination and confirmation? Because this isn't not going to be easy, I don't think, right? There's a lot of politics here.
There's a lot of politics here. I don't think just at the base of it, Kevin Warsh is going to be particularly controversial. He'll have some enemies on the Democratic side just because of his economic views. But the issue is this whole investigation by the Justice Department into the Fed and to Jay Powell. And really, that's up to the president, because the president could make that go away with one phone call. And I think that the Democrats are going to basically oppose Warsh just because that's what they have to do as Democrats. And then it's a question of getting a couple of Republicans who have suggested, that they would hold things up, getting them to change their mind. And if you can make the investigation go away, you can do that.
With your decades of work, I'm honored to ask this question. Are we becoming the Bank of England? Do you envision, Mike, that you and Leisman and the rest of Colby Smith, you're going to be in the press conference, and it's just going to be incredibly cantankerous because people are dissenting against the chairman, or the chairman's voting against the majority. Are we going to go all Bank of England?
I don't think so. We have a little bit more of a pressure release valve in that the Bank of England Monetary Policy Committee members don't speak often, other than the governor, and so they don't have the opportunity that the members of the Open Market Committee have to express their views publicly on a regular basis, which makes it easier to get them into a room. And this was, of course, one of the things that Jay Powell did very well is talk to them a lot beforehand, know where they were, and know what they wanted to get to a more unanimous verdict. We'll have dissents. Right. But I don't think it'll be like the Bank of England where it's sharply divided.
For 92.9 FM Boston, please describe how much you dislike the New England Patriots.
This is, of course, the caveat, because I'm a big Bruins fan and Celtics fan and Red Sox fan.
It's odd. It's strange.
It is very odd. But I mean, I think if you just look at the management of the Patriots in all of their Super Bowl years and how much fun they seem not to be having, it's a little bit understandable.
Thank you for that. We say good morning across all of New England on 92.9 FM.